Good evening, y'all. Welcome to another episode of A Contagious Smile Unstoppable. You are here with Victoria, the one and only Stucco, his son Rusty, Uno, and Michael. Howdy, y'all.
Hi, babe.
Okay, this dog's got to go. Come on. Wow.
That's why he's yours. He's a little wild dog.
All right.
So, what's been going on in the last few days?
Work, cleaning, honeydew list, more honeydew stuff that I may or may not have gotten to.
I think you have it pretty easy when it comes to honeydew lists because I know for a fact you've had some other not honeys that have given you list of things and they're nowhere in
So, well, we're
at
not
all
talking about.
compatible to one another.
We're not talking about other honeys.
Those weren't honeys. Those weren't honeys. Those were like
Are you there with
molasses.
OPH, other people's honeys?
What?
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 Wasn't that an old song?
It's OPP.
Yes.
Not OPH. And yours were not honeys, more of a molasses of unflavoredness. So we're a little behind on the rollout of the Podcast
That's my
Academy.
fault, y'all.
No, it is my fault because I had surgery. So it's my fault. I decided to do something I haven't done in a few days and go on an OR table. Ha 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 ha.
Uh,
Nuts. Yeah. So that will be rolling out here soon. I'm super excited that our podcast-a-thon will be coming out, and we are teaming up with Give Kids the World, which is a fabulous, fabulous organization that partners with Make-A-Wish and helps Make-A-Wish families have a place to stay while they're in Florida. And this place will literally change your life. It's just amazing. And it changed mine, it changed Faith's. We're going to go back down there this year um, and do some podcasting with some families and some videos and things of that nature, which will be so much fun. So that's on the horizon. And pretty super excited that we're doing this big event with Make a Wish in the summer. And we are going to invite all of the kids, alumni, and siblings, and wish givers and getters that have yet to obtain their wish to join our Stucco Squad. Why don't you tell everybody what Stucco Squad is?
Stucco Squad.
Tell everybody tell them about Stucco Squad.
Well, it's a squad of stuccos.
How
That's pretty simple.
about you elaborate?
So our main stud, no, y'all, not me, not Michael. It's our dog.
Stucco Junior.
His name is named after a nickname that I was given back when I was in law enforcement. Yes, they called me Stucco.
No, not they. No, 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 no. It wasn't they. Who gave you the
It was
nickname?
one
Who
person.
who gave you the nickname?
You know who.
Who?
You know who.
You don't remember, do you?
Kim.
Yes.
I didn't want to say her name over here
Why?
because she might come haunt me.
That's not funny.
Well, it's not funny.
That she'd come haunt you.
Well, y'all, that was her best friend next to me, before me, and she passed away.
We were best friends for like 30
If I said
years.
that in bad taste, I hope no one's offended,
30 years.
but Kim would be a practical joker like that and haunt me.
Yeah, after she passed away, I got a letter in the mail and says, "Hey, I guess I'm pushing up fertilizer and and I know you're going to get mad at me, but you can't kill me because I'm already dead." And that was just her sense of humor. And I was like, trying not to laugh and cry at the same time at the letter I had just gotten. But yeah, she had a sense of humor. And so just to clarify, why did she call you Stucco?
Because you were stuck on me.
No, it was you were stuck on
Oh,
me.
that's right.
Yes. So,
You sure I didn't have you wrapped?
no, maybe somewhat. Okay, fine. Anyway,
So the
so
Stucco Squad is
yes,
named after my nickname, and our main stud
my service dog.
is named Stucco. Our golden retriever is named Stucco. And yeah, so we come up with a little initiation for the Stucco Squad. The kids get their ID cards,
They're getting our VIP.
VIP official membership, and Yeah, it's got a little badge on the back, and it's going to be fun.
It's going to be so
We're
much
going to walk
fun.
around Truist Park there and meet everyone and meet the families, the kiddos, and you know, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Well, it's not just that. Anybody online who is a member of the special needs community or just, you know, an everyday happy kid can join the Stucco Squad. They go to Facebook and go under groups and look up either a Contagious Smile Stucco Squad or just Stucco Squad. And I'll put the links in our show notes. And then that will get you access. And what's really cool is this is just a club for the Stucco Squad. And it has so many cool things like, for instance, we're doing our first contest where I have put up, I don't know, how many do you think I did? Five or six, maybe, coloring pages.
Yes.
And they're all really cute little stucco pictures or stucco with kids. And you pick the one you want, color it in, get mom or dad or yourself to take a photo and upload it to that group page. And we're going to give prizes. So that's super awesome. And then we are
Which is
also
really hard because y'all color so well.
right. So we're going to do that. I also just uploaded some fun St. Patrick's Day worksheets that aren't really worksheets. I don't like that term because it sounds school related. But for instance, coloring pages of like a leprechaun and a pot of gold and crossword, not crossword, sorry, word search. And I even created a make your own word search. So you can make your own and then put it up there and let us see what you do. We're all about celebrating you and how amazing you are. And there's nothing ordinary about our Stucco Squad. Everybody's extraordinary. And I'm so excited to have this. And we're going to have so many awesome events. We're even doing classes now for mom and dad and grandmas who are listening. What also is really cool is we're not only advocating for special needs, our daughter has special needs, I'm special needs. And because of that, we know what it's like to think of ourselves as not equal. And that's not true because we are way more than equal. We get to travel a journey where every milestone is just exciting and you celebrate it. Like some people take for granted the little things where we just live for them. So one of the things I've learned after advocating in the community of special needs for holy smokies, almost 20 years now, that's a kick in the age bucket, thanks. Is self esteem, self wonderment, body dysphoria, scars, things of that nature. So we have put together a academy, which is going to have multiple sections within it, and it's going to offer classes for everyone to be able to attend, whether it's helping you see how amazing you are in your self worth, how you wear your scars with bravery because that just shows your strength. There are so many different classes. I think my goal was to do one new class a week, and I have gotten so like I don't know if you obsessed isn't the word. I got so ecstatic about having this that I've put up 8 this week alone. And so that's just for the Stucco Squad. And then we're going to have our regular podcast powerhouse courses that are going to show you how we have gone from 0 followers to millions, how years of school and classes and courses and trial and tribulations and what works and what doesn't work, we've compiled it all into affordability because today things are tough. Things are tough and it's expensive. Like eggs are like 10.50. Are you serious? So we want everybody to reach their goals and their dreams. So a lot of classes out there, we've seen them from 400 to $6,000 and we're trying to be nowhere near that. I think our most expensive class right now is like 49 and I want to say the average is 24.99 and that's for the social media and the podcasting and the digital footprint and the UGC and all of that. That's where that goes. But for our stucco squads, we are not allowing this to get pricey because we know firsthand how tight money can be. So we're doing memberships where it's not even $5 a month. It's not even. And we will also, if you would like, we will celebrate your amazing little one and put them in a magazine we're about to start. And hold on, I gotta go left field for a minute. My husband would not record with me earlier because he said I looked tired. Now he is barely keeping his eyelids in the upright position. How is this? We're talking about Stucco Squad. You should be like,
I'm an old man.
seriously.
Old man fall asleep sitting on the toilet.
No, no. So then you talk about the Podcast Academy for a minute. So then you have to, jaw
I lost
jack.
my train of thought. You talk so much.
What?
I mean, what I meant, dear, was
I got you, dear.
you.
I got you, dear.
Easy greasy.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it PG.
Mm-mm.
Oh Lord. So in reference to these classes, courses that my wife has written, and I can attest, she'll write like one in an afternoon, and it just floors me. But these are master class level courses. The contents in there, the graphics, the explanations, just all the important stuff you need to know concerning whatever topic you're studying.
Not just that, but tell them how much fun the Stucco Squad classes are. I mean, yes, the others are very informative and they're going to help you reach your goals. Yes, but right now we're talking about the kids. So, how amazing are the kids' classes? They're so cute.
They're very cute.
They are so cute. They have our little redhead golden retriever, my boy, my boy. They have him in there, and he is pushing you to um achieve your goals, and he is just with you every paw of the way. Get it? Ha ha ha! And it's
Wait,
just,
did you pause for a moment?
I did. I paused for a moment. Yeah. So it's just so much fun to have your kid get excited about things, and there are ideas on ways to celebrate, things that they do on a daily basis and how to overcome society's, insecurities, because it's not our insecurities, it's society's insecurities, and how you can get over that. Because these kids are amazing, and these are who we should be learning life from. So that's a really, really big deal. So all of the links will be in the show notes. I'm hoping in the next couple of days, give me till like,
Thursday?
hopefully a podcast will be live because I'm so methodical about making sure it's just perfect that
You meant the
there's
Powerhouse
no bones about it.
podcast. Ha
Uh, so, all right, now we've done our little podcast thing and
ha. A plug.
talked about that. Yeah, but I don't like it when we plug our stuff. I like it when we plug, talk about everybody else's
Well,
accomplishment.
there, Victoria, our listeners did come here to listen to us talk
Okay.
about a contagious smile, what we do, how we can help. Y'all go to contact us if you have a story that y'all want to get on here, you want to come on our show, write to us, and we'll respond back to you. I probably won't because I'm
You're
pretty
sleeping.
lazy, or I'm working a full-time job.
I don't do a full-time job.
You do more than a full-time job.
I do like 6 full-time jobs.
You do, and you do it one-handed. You're awesome at it.
I do want to say I've had a lot of people recently like reach out. For those of you who may or may not have checked out our Narc Knock, who's there? Help, I'm gasping for air show. We get hundreds of comments, even if they're positive or negative, they're read. We read them regardless because your voice matters and we want you to know that we hear you. Um, I had someone ask me if I would write another book to the Narc Narc because it has been stated numerous times by both of us that for every like one piece of evidence we put in, there's like 15 more that we didn't. And would we put in another book giving up the rest of the information? And that individual found it funny. And
That's wild.
and my sister from another mister, Dana, was like, all right, here comes the Puerto Rican. And she's like, I'm going to blow up a skirt here. And she went nuts over that. Like, she was not happy. And I appreciate that because, she's real and her new book just came out, so go get that, Rising from the Ashes. I was the only person who got to read it before it was out for sale. I finished it before her husband. I'm just saying. So you have to go out and get it because it's a reader, that's for sure. And so I had somebody in I don't know what you want to call it. I was in a group earlier within a week ago talking about the numbers that we have, and questions were directed to me about, well, you can't make your numbers up. We see them, we know where they are, but how come you're like one of the only people who don't get comments posted on the actual shows and stuff, right? Like you don't see very many comments on TikTok or
Mhm.
Instagram or Facebook. Well, I've stated from day one not to do it
Yeah.
because one of the things that I do teach and I'm very serious about is, let's say Jane Bag of Donuts, got out of a domestic violence situation and she found us and has started to follow us. Well, then she was making comments about, oh, yes, I went through this myself. I'm still going through this, or, whatever.
Right.
They can be found by their comments. And so I tell people all the time, write us individually, send us a private message, email us, whatever else. Don't make it public because people can find you that way. And I love the fact that our listeners, who are our family, they understand that and they don't. They don't go out and put stuff out publicly because they are protecting who they are. Just like when we have people come on, one of the very first things I say every single time is, I will not disclose where you are geographically. I will not give your last name. If you want to use a different first name, we can do that too. That is totally up to you. And if we get done with this recording and you say, you know what, I'm nervous, I don't want to put it out, I'll scrap it.
You've done that in the past.
I've done it a lot because it's my number one priority is your comfortability and your safety. So after explaining that, everybody else who was in that community understood a little bit better as to why that we don't, we tell everybody, don't make yourself known putting out public comments because you can be found that way.
Right.
Even if you think, oh, well, my ex doesn't have the knowledge or access, but you know what? He knows someone who does. And it's really important to maintain your safety. And even when I bet you I have at least another 500 comments or stories, and I don't even know about how many Dana has, that we read, right? And the thing is that sometimes people will say, oh, you can say my name, or you can say something about me. And I'll say, oh, I had somebody write me that is presumably a high school girl.
Hmm.
And that's all I'll say, right? And then because I don't know when we're going to get to all of them, we will get to all of them. And we always say, stick with us. We're going to get your questions and comments on. But even then, when I'm reading them, I don't give out any information. I might say something like, this is a member of the LGBTQ community, but that's all I give. And it's because I want people to know they have a safe space. My husband is having do you want some toothpicks for your eyelids?
Wow.
I mean, seriously.
Well, I worked a full-time job today.
Uh-huh.
I drove around,
Yeah.
sitting on my butt.
Uh-huh.
Then I come home and worked.
No, not really.
I did.
Working on the throne is not working.
Oh, well, yeah. So I'm a little tired. I try not to be. So guys. It's challenging for me to podcast or do anything with TikTok or Flip or anything social media after working all day. I just want to come home and
Sleep.
well eat, shower, sleep. How about that?
Even in that equation.
You snuggle up beside me.
Uh,
No, okay.
you want to save that somehow?
I can't. It's out there. That
That's
ship has sailed.
that's horrible.
So kudos to y'all who have made successful business out of TikTok or Flip or whatever Amazon influencer after working full time. Wish I could do it. I wish I had that energy.
Well, maybe you'll get it after your colonoscopy.
Oh, let's not go there
Why?
because I don't want anyone to go there.
Are you afraid the shit's gonna hit the fan?
Something's going to hit the fan.
It's not bad. It's not
It's the
bad.
most
Violating? It's
Yeah.
not. It's a
Kid.
medical
Mm-mm.
procedure.
No. Mm-mm.
Uh-huh. Pop
No.
goes the weasel. It just
No.
like, yes, it's not. But I've
I.
had it. It's not
I.
a big deal.
No. Mm-mm.
Serious. You gotta like suck it up, man. Because it's not.
Really.
It's not.
Really.
What? It's not painful. They're gonna twilight you. And you'll be out before they even put an IV in. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're gonna be like, count to 10. Did he even say one? Like, or count backwards from 10. And you won't even go, I can't wait.
They don't give you options, do they?
About what? They're not going to put you under general anesthetic because of a colonoscopy. It's just not going to
All
happen.
right.
And our daughter is
Uh,
like, just can't wait.
yes.
It's hysterical.
That's enough about that subject.
Why?
Let's move on.
Are you getting a butt sore?
No.
What's the problem? I mean, I tell people they're getting on my nerves. Get it? Ha ha ha.
The nerve.
My nerves. Seriously. Yeah, he's playing with my Apple Watch, which I don't understand because no, I don't. You can have it. What am I going to do with it? I mean, seriously, I asked him, how do you really operate an Apple Watch when you only have one hand? Okay. I mean, seriously, if it's on my nub, it'll fall off. And if it's on the other arm, I can't push any of the buttons. So it doesn't really work for me. And it just kind of sits there. Now, okay, women are going to think very weird when I say this. Not only that, especially being that I am a survivor of domestic violence and I have been stabbed multiple times. But my husband came home from work today, and on the counter was a gift, and it was a
Knife.
knife. And I've always collected knives, and so has my husband. And of course, some people don't understand that why somebody who's been stabbed multiple times would have a knife collection.
It's not the knife's fault.
No.
It's not the gun's fault. The gun didn't shoot all those people.
Speaking of gun shooting, so South Carolina had its first execution by firing squad.
Sweet.
They brought the guy out, put a cover over his head. They put a target on his heart. Seriously. And he died 8 minutes after it began because he felt like the lethal injection might not be the way to go because somebody who was in the same prison as him elected lethal injection and it took him like 20 minutes and they thought it was inhumane how he ended up being in pain for 20 minutes. Are you kidding? 20 minutes?
Wow.
That's it?
What were the
Of
crimes?
pain? One of them was murder and the other was multiple murders, I believe. But still, what about the victims? I'm always advocating for that. What about the victims? I bet it was longer than 20 minutes. They didn't get up that morning, put their feet down off the bed and say, this is going to be my last day. But then they want to complain of 20 minutes being inhumane. I mean, come on now. That's just crazy.
I don't know. I like the idea of the firing squad. Now, hopefully, they'll bring back the guillotine.
Either you just got us a lot of new listeners or we just lost a lot. Why would you like to see the guillotine?
Well, something that traumatic should send a message to folks now. Hey, don't do this. You know, as the Red Queen said, off with their head.
Yeah, but like that woman, Langdon, who was from Georgia State University, she was brutally assaulted and I mean, intimately,
Mm-hmm.
and then she was murdered by illegals that had a very serious criminal record and they were not made to leave. And now,
Right.
Trump put into to law the Langdon law. But I mean, if you're, I'm going to say this carefully, illegal or not illegal, if you have a criminal history of such violent murder, rape, anything to do with kids, I don't think you can be rehabbed. I don't personally believe it because, and people are like, well, why do you say that? Yes, I'm a survivor of abuse. Yes, I can say that because my ex was beating all of the wives before and after. And there's not that kind of mindset is not somebody you can rehabilitate unless you put them somewhere by themselves, right? Then that's different. They're not going to commit the crime anymore. Like, I've talked to people, they're like, well, yes, my ex used to beat me, but he hasn't hit me in 10 years, right? I had a woman that I interviewed and she said, I haven't been hit in 10 years. I said, I'm going to ask you one question, just one, right? And she goes, sure. And I said, has he been incarcerated for 10 years? And she goes, how did you know that? I said, because he hasn't hit you in 10 years. Because, and you can talk about that as an officer too, is as soon as they start hitting you, it's not long before they take it out on the dogs, the cats, the kids. If, I mean, and they,
or the parents.
right. And a lot of times you're like, oh, he never hit my kid. He never hit my kid. Yes, he will. I promise you, he will. And when people say, no, 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 he hasn't done anything. He's better. It's I was right where y'all were. I did something to make him mad. It was all my fault. What did I do? What could I have done different? Blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Somebody else pissed in his cornflakes and he's still going to come back and take it out on you. And I think if you are, and don't give me the excuse, well, he had a bad childhood. He was abused as a child. Because if that's the case, you and I have every right to go out and be like crazy, right? And we don't. We chose to be better and stop the cycle. We chose to break the cycle so that our kids didn't go through what we went through, right? And there's a big difference. So to use the crutch that, well, he was abused as a child, so that makes it okay. No, it doesn't. It absolutely does not. And he is not going to go through and get better and whatever. They put my ex through rehab and they put my ex through anger management. He got kicked out of anger management. Please tell me who can get kicked out of anger management? Seriously.
That loser.
Yeah. That piece of crap got kicked out of anger management. Like, that's something to be said right there. Right? Crazy. Crazy.
But we are much happier
Because we're not with our
because we
abusive exes?
stop the cycle,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
And they're still miserable.
They're still themselves. Yeah.
So
Right. And do you believe that somebody who could hurt a child is somebody who can be rehabilitated?
no. So I spent 4.5 years in jail,
But on the other side of the
and
bars.
and I watched and took care of the pedophiles that came in there, and
Mm-mm.
they did not get rehabilitated. They did not choose a better path. They would gossip
About how they got away with stuff, right?
and wear their stories with like a badge of honor on how they lured the kids and what they would say to them, and it was disgusting. So yeah, there's no rehabilitation for that. That's just mm.
I've never understood why, while you're on death row, that they say, okay, well, we're going to let you have congregational visits and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And then you get to have whatever meal you want as your last meal. I mean, why do these monsters get to have free healthcare, free education, free sex? Sorry. And then they get to pick the meal of their choice before they're calmly and quietly put to sleep, right? I mean, let's talk about anybody that was their victim who is brutally taken away from their family, won't ever get married, won't get to be a mom or a dad, won't get to see their grandkids, won't get to go and, be the big brother or sister. All of the things that are taken away from them, they don't get the last meal, they don't get free health care, they don't get free education, but we treat our criminals better than we treat everyday people. Like, and I don't mean everyday people as in like, you know what I mean? I mean, the people who are not incarcerated are treated worse. The criminals have a roof over their head and they get health care and education and they even get iPads now. I mean, really? I mean, do we want to give them two-ply toilet paper too? And people think that I'm like real far right on the fact that I'm really strong about this. Well, you know what? When you have been beaten to death's door on more than one occasion, when you've been beaten at death's door on more than one occasion, pregnant, you have every right to be like, hey, it's not okay. And this jackass hasn't done it just to me. There's other people. And it kept happening. And he kept getting away with it because our judicial system favors more that way than it does for us because we get re-victimized on the stand. They absolutely just, what did you do? Why did you do it? And they take it all like it's all our fault. Okay, go ahead. Whatever you're saying, it's at the
I
bit.
just love
Go
you.
ahead.
Keep going.
No, I'm good. You're
I
trying to
love,
stay awake.
I am, but
I'm good. Go
I
ahead.
love to see you wound up.
I know you do.
My wife is sexy hot, and she's mine. She's taking y'all.
Yeah, I can't believe you did that at Home Depot the other day. I just got glasses. I
My
got
wife
glasses.
walked away from me to go shopping on her own to get whatever, and I took our daughter. And as the Home Depot worker, older gentleman, older than me, and I'm 50, walked by her. He was smiling and said something I didn't hear. He was, about 30 feet away. And I pointed my finger right at him as he's walking towards me, and I yelled, "She's mine. She's taken." He got a kick out of it.
Uh,
But that's us. We're a very jovial and fun-hearted family. We love pranks. My wife just played a prank on me after coming back from the store. "Oh, here, baby, here's you some sweet
I
tea."
did not say that. I did not say. I
Well,
said
I
I need more
assumed
cup
it was
holders.
mine,
I said I need more cup holders,
and it
and
was not sweet tea,
and
y'all.
you spit it everywhere.
It was not sweet tea.
And I do know for a fact Faith has one coming tonight for you.
A prank tonight?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lord.
It is good. It is so good. It is it's gonna get you. This is gonna be a good one.
Great.
It'll wake you up.
No,
Yeah.
no, I
Yeah.
don't want to wake me up
Uh-huh. You're not sleeping until in the morning.
till the morning.
Uh-huh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Like you're not gonna go to sleep now and stay
It's
asleep
almost
until
bedtime.
no, it's
Only
not.
go to bed early
No.
because we wake up early
No. No, you wake up to play video games. Let's call a spade a spade.
and to make you breakfast.
You pop out something that's frozen into a toaster.
That's still me making you breakfast every day. I get your vitamins, your vitamins, I get your tea.
I make your tea. You came home the other day. You had, and what kind of? You had a German chocolate cake that I made waiting for you.
First time in 20 something years.
It's not the first time.
Really? A German chocolate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is not the first
First
time.
time I recall.
Well, go figure. You had red velvet not that long ago. Uh huh. Uh huh. I made your
Store bought.
tea. Yeah, but this German chocolate wasn't. Yeah, that's right. Hush it. The house was all clean. The floors smell all nice and smelling good, even though we have three, four-leg paws running around. Yep. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And then what does my husband do? Plays video game and watches movies with our kid. Yep. And what do I do? Work. Work.
So let's end this podcast and go watch a movie.
You're not gonna watch a movie. You're gonna go make one in your dreams and go to sleep.
Probably.
I'll have to get Faith to keep you awake.
All right, take us out.
You take us out.
I brought it.
Oh well. Everybody, thank you for listening. Look out for our podcast academy and join our Stucco Squad. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be so much fun. And we can even send out birthday cards, and we have all sorts of awesome stuff coming with this Stucco Squad. So join us, and we will talk to y'all soon.
Bye, y'all. You waited too late.